exception handling related things. I hope in the last session we had a discussion about, sir, the basic things we covered already, right? Okay, sir, what is exception, what is the exception, and what is the need of what is the exception. Next, and after that, what is the exception handling, what is the purpose of exception handling, what is the default exception handling, runtime stack mechanism. These are things we covered already, right? Okay, sir, now let me talk about the remaining continuation, right? Okay, very important, sir. The people who didn't attend Friday session, I told already, just refer, go through my exception handling videos. Okay, just a matter of 1 or 2 videos, one video. I hope you can able to get all these things. Okay, now, sir, what is the next one? A bit dangerous, a bit dangerous concept. What I have to discuss, right? Make sure, sir. Exception hierarchy. Remember this one. What is that, sir? Exception hierarchy. Okay, hierarchy. Like we have to discuss about that exception hierarchy. Okay, sir. Now, do you know in Java, which class acts as base class for all exceptions? Anyone can you please tell? Which class acts as base class for all exceptions? Okay, remember that throwable acts as base class for all exceptions, right? Okay, make sure, sir. Throwable class acts as base class for all exceptions, right? Okay, now this throwable class acts as base for any exception or error in Java, sir, because all exceptions and all errors in Java under throwable only. Sir, this throwable class contains 2 child classes. What is the first one, sir? Exception. What is the second one, sir? Error. Remember this one, sir. So throwable class contains two child classes, right? Okay, two child classes. Throwable class contains 2 child classes, right? Sir, what is the first one? Exception. Second one, error, sir. Now, very common question for the interview room. What is the difference between exception and error? Anyone can you please tell? Ayo, very common question for the interview room. What is the difference between exception and error? Yes. Okay, sir, very simple, sir. Yes, very simple. Most of the times exceptions are caused by programmer. Are getting because of our code exceptions are going to be raised. So programmer mistakes, or otherwise because of program exceptions are going to be raised. But most of the times errors are not caused by programmer. These are lack of system resources. Are you getting that? Okay, lack of system resources. Like suppose sufficient memory is not available, then immediately you are going to get out of memory error. Okay, sir, assume if out of memory error is coming, then it's not programmer mistake. In your system, sufficient heap memory is not available, right? Suppose my system virus got attacked, virtual machine got crashed. Are you getting? JVM got crashed. Then virtual machine error is going to come. It is not my mistake. It's not a programmer's mistake. That is the problem with the system. Are you getting? So most of the times exceptions are caused by programmer. Our program is the responsible why the exceptions are coming, but the errors are not caused by programmer. Next, another difference is exceptions are recoverable. Are you getting that? Exceptions are what? Recoverable, but errors are not recoverable. Okay, like immediately you ask, sir, what is the difference between recoverable, non-recoverable, right? Sir, very simple. My programming requirement is, assume that my programming requirement is, I want to read the data from London file. Okay, read the data from London file. Assume that, sir, London file. Okay, I want to read the data from the London file. Sir, at runtime, if the London file is not available, then immediately we are going to get file not found exception. Are you getting? So file not found exception. Sir, why file not found exception is coming? Because of your program code only. Because you are reading the data from the London file. That's why the problem is coming, man. So because of your program code only, this problem is coming. That's why. So exceptions are caused by our program. Remember that. Next, if exceptions are coming, no problem at all, we can able to recover. How you can recover, sir? Just I'm taking try. So here read the data from the London file. Okay, if London file is not available, then immediately I'm going to get, sir, exception. If a file not found exception is coming, use local file, local file, and continue rest of the program normally. Are you getting? And continue rest of the program normally. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, read the London file and use the local file, continue rest of the program normally. Oh, even file not found exception is coming, no problem, sir. We are in a position to handle the situation. That's why exceptions are recoverable. Everyone can able to understand, right? So what is the sorry, what is the meaning of recoverable? Okay, this is what you people should aware, sir. Suppose assume errors are not recoverable. Regarding errors are not recoverable, sir. Assume that program happily running, sir. My program happily running, sir. Happily the program is running. Sir, what happened is, while executing the program, while running the program, some memory problem is coming. Immediately we are going to get out of memory error. Are getting out of memory error? Sir, if out of memory error is coming, then being a programmer, what you can do, sir? Sir, being a programmer, what I can do? I have to see, that's all. I can't do anything, man. Completely hands up. Because rising heap memory is not programmer job. That person admin is going to take care. System admin is going to take care. That is not programmer job. Are you getting? So if errors are coming, you are not going to do anything. Completely hands up, sir. So that's why errors are non-recoverable. If error is coming, that's all gone. You can't do anything, man. But exception is coming within the program, you have control to handle that exception. You can recover the situation, that is possible. Clear? Are you in a position to understand, right? Yes, make sure, sir. So if any person is asking what is the difference between exception and error, what answer you can able to tell? Exceptions are caused by our program. Errors are not caused by program. These are because of lack of system resources. First point, sir. What is the second point here is exceptions are, can I spell out, sir? Exceptions are recoverable, but errors are non-recoverable. What is the meaning of recoverable, non-recoverable? Sir, not required to keep much explanation. If exception is coming, I can able to handle by using catch block, try catch. No problem, I can recover the situation, even exception got raised. But in the case of errors, no such type of option at all. Clear, right? Yes, up to this. Okay. Next, sir, which class acts as a root for all exception hierarchy? Yes, man. Which one acts as the root for all exception hierarchy? Yes, sir, throwable. Acts as root for exception hierarchy is nothing but what? Throwable. Sir, throwable is the child class of? Respond, man. Throwable is the child class of object. Are you getting right? Throwable is the child class of object. Make sure, sir. Okay, sir, you people should aware throwable itself is the child class of object, right? Anywhere, right? Sir, now my next point is, sir, under exception there are several child classes are there, sir. Okay, under exception there are several child classes are there. Okay, do you know runtime exception? Observe a bit carefully, sir. Runtime exception. Next and after that, sir, IO exception. Sir, better to use, I'm using short words, sir. That's why make sure. Next and after that, interrupted exception. Okay, like next SQL exception, servlet exception, SQL exception, like there are several things are there, sir. Next, under runtime exception, again there are several child classes are there, sir. Anyone can you please tell? Arithmetic exception, null pointer exception. Next, index out of bounds exception, under index out of bounds exception, array index out of bounds exception. Next, string index out of bounds exception, next, class cast exception. Okay, like a dot. There are several things are by default available. Shubham Gupta, negative index bound exception is not there. It is array index out of bounds exception only. Okay, sir, that's all. This is about the runtime exception, right? Okay, sir, now what is the next terminology? For IO exception also, there are several child exceptions are there. Anyone, can you please tell, sir? IO exception, file not found exception, file not found exception. Next one after that, EOF exception, EOF exception. Next, interrupted IO exception, interrupted IO exception, dot. There are several child classes are there, sir. Okay, like similarly. Okay, these are various things. Make sure, sir, minimum basic idea you should have compulsory, sir. Next up, for error also, do you know VM error is there? VM error is there, sir. Error is there. Under VM error, stack overflow error is there, sir. Stack overflow error. Next one after that, do you know out of memory error? Out of memory error is by default there. Next one after that, linkage error. Next, verify error, linkage error, verify error, like a dot. Several things are available. Clear for all of it, okay? Sir, now take a bit very special care. From this discussion, you people should be aware one very important question for the interview room. Which class acts as root class for all Java exception hierarchy? Which class acts as the root for Java exception hierarchy? Throwable. Which class acts as a root for all Java classes? Respond. For all Java classes, which class acts as the root? Object class acts as the root for all Java classes. Okay, well. Next, what is the difference between error and exception? What is the difference between error and exception? Exceptions are caused by our program, but errors are not caused by our program. Errors are not caused by our program. Errors are because of lack of system resources or system problem. Okay, errors are non-recoverable, but exceptions are recoverable. Clear, right? Yes. Okay, sir. Next, what are various child types are there? Just these are the things, sir. Hundreds of exceptions are there. Just a basic idea I'm providing, right? Next, most valuable question for the interview room. Make sure, sir, what is the difference between checked exception and unchecked exception? Very important, sir. Even I covered in the oops concept somewhere. I touched this point, sir. But for the interview room sake, very important point. Make sure you people should have clear clarity about this one, sir. What is the difference between checked exception and unchecked exceptions, right? Sir, make sure you should have clear clarity. Do you know, sir, what is checked? What is checked exception, right? Sir, very simple terminology. Here, observe a small layman example I want to touch, sir. Suppose these days, of course, 10th class exams going on. Correct, right? Best example to understand, sir. Even in the videos also the same example is there. Even these days 10th class exams are going on, sir. Okay, assume. Now, do you know in your life, I hope, have you completed 10th? Why you are having the doubt, man? Have you completed 10th class, right? Sir, without completing 10th, we are coming to this stage, like you may ask. Sir, like you completed 10th class. Have you remembered in our life, first time public exams are nothing but 10th class exams only? Correct? First time in our life, first time public exams are 10th class exams only. Public exams is board exams, 10th class only, right? But 7th class is there, but it is a namesake only, but not that much serious. Okay? 10th class. Now, I hope you people may remember first day in your life. First day of your 10th class exam. You remember, do you know, n number of formalities are there at your houses, sir. Several formalities are there. Okay, you have to keep your hall ticket and a pen nearer to the guard and a special agreement from the guard. Okay, Mandir, special agreement. Next and after that, like, do you know, tilakam, like, do you know, there are several formalities by default will be there, man, at your house. So your brother or otherwise your sister or mother, someone is going to come just before starting something, like their family members are going to feel that this kid is going for the war, something like, okay. Next, until exam, your brother or your father or your someone is going to come with you until exam hall, like you have, because it is in your life, the life-changing moment is nothing but the 10th class exams only, right? Okay, that's why everyone is a bit panic, including your parents also. Okay, remember, sir, what happened is you went for you are ready to start for the first exam, okay, at least 1 or 2 exams completed, then that feeling by default will be gone. But today the first exam, right, you are ready to start for the exam. What happened is, assume that you are ready to start. Immediately your mother is going to ask her, Arey, can you please cross check whether you took all ticket or not? Whether you took all ticket or not, the mother is asking. Assume if I'm not taking all ticket, when will be the problem? Invigilator is not allowed into the exam hall, correct, right? But if the mother is asking, Arey, can you please check have you took all ticket or not? Immediately I'm showing, yes, from my pocket I'm showing, yes, I took all ticket, like. Then immediately, okay, feel comfortable, okay, no problem, like. Sir, if the mother is going to check that at the beginning, at runtime, my execution of the program is very smooth or not? Yes, man. At runtime, my execution of the program is very smooth because I never going to forget all ticket. My mother already alerted about, Arey, are you taking all ticket or not? Are you taking all ticket or not? Because hall ticket missing exception is very common exception in our life. Remember that at least almost around several members are there in this online session. Everyone at least one time in your life you miss hall ticket. Are you getting that? Okay, so hall ticket missing exception is a very common exception. If the mother is going to check that, then our life by default will become very easy. Smooth execution of the program will be there at a runtime. Correct, right? Yes, man. Yes. Okay. Shubham Gupta, I hope you missed at least 3 times in your life. At least 3 times you missed, man. Correct? At least minimum 3 times. Yes, because you are a bit tense person. Okay. Now take a bit very special care. Listen. Similarly, the mother is also asking. The mother will ask, Arey, are you taking extra pen or not? Are you taking extra pen or not? Like the mother is going to ask. Because the reason is, pen not working exception is a very common exception in the exam hall or not? Pen not working exception is a very common exception in the exam hall. Correct, right? Okay. So mother is asking, hey, if you while writing the exam, if your pen is not working, how you can handle? Compulsory some extra pen must be required, man. So are you taking extra pen or not? Mother is asking. Then immediately you are showing, yes, I took 3 pens. What is the problem with me? What is the problem? Like I do. Then the mother is going to feel comfortable. Okay, chalo, go for the exam like that. So now, have you observed, if I'm not taking extra pen, where is the problem? Respond, where is the problem? If I'm not taking extra pen, where is the problem? The problem is, at runtime, in the exam hall, the problem is going to come, sir. So if the mother is going to check at the beginning, then automatically at runtime, my execution of the program is very smooth. Correct or not? Okay. So even my pen is not working, no problem. I'm already having the alternative pen. Happily, I can able to continue my execution. Okay. So this is a thing. Okay, like so mother is going to do these kind of things for our smooth execution of the program at runtime, right? The same way, sir, compiler is going to check some exceptions. Compiler will check some exception. Compiler is going to tell, hey Durga, there may be a chance of file not found exception. But where you are handling at runtime, there is a possibility, man. First show how you can able to handle, then only I can compile this code. Are you getting that? Then only I can compile this code. Like compiler is going to give left and right, sir, like this type of possibility, right? Observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. I'm taking class test. Legend, observe that. I'm taking class test. Print writer PW is equal to new print writer. Print writer PW is equal to new print writer ABC dot txt. Are you getting? Sir, PW dot print ln hello I'm taking. PW dot print ln hello like this I'm taking, sir. But anyway, import statement is required. Are you getting? Because print writer is available inside java.io package. That's why like this I'm taking, sir. Now take a bit very special care. Now I will ask, hey compiler, can you please compile this code? Compiler, can you please compile this code? Immediately, compiler is going to ask, hey Durga, you are trying to write hello to abc.txt. Yet runtime, sir, abc.txt file may not available. Are you getting? So if abc.txt file may not available, then you may get file not found exception. If a file not found exception is going to come, how you can handle, man? File not found exception is going to come, how you can handle, man? Like compiler is going to ask just like your mother. Are you getting? Arey Durga, there may be a chance of all ticket missing exception. How you can handle? There may be a chance of pen not working exception. How you can handle? Same way compiler is asking, hey Durga, there may be a runtime. There may be a chance of file not found exception. How you can handle? Can you please observe that? Observe, Govindo. Have a look once. I saved this code. Yes, test.java. Now I want to compile this code, sir. Okay, Java C test.java. Are you getting? Java C test.java. Observe the unreported exception. Compiler is telling very clearly, unreported exception, file not found exception, must be caught or declared to be thrown. Are you getting? Must be caught or declared to be thrown. Sir, which exception we are getting? File not found exception. Like, sir, it doesn't mean file not found exception is coming. It doesn't occur, sir. It is not occur. Sir, compiler is asking, Durga, there is a possibility you didn't report about this exception, unreported exception. You didn't report about this exception, like compiler is going to tell. Are you able to understand, right? So, the exceptions which are checked by compiler, whether the programmer handling or not, for smooth execution of the program at runtime, such type of exceptions are by default considered as what? Checked exceptions. I hope everyone can able to understand what is the meaning of checked exceptions, right? So mother role who is going to play here is compiler is playing. That's why the exceptions which are checked by compiler for smooth execution of the program at runtime, these exceptions are by default considered checked exceptions. Okay, file not found exception is the checked exception or not? Yes. Okay, like then immediately, sir, how I can able to handle? How you can able to handle, sir? Sir, very simple. Now I'm taking, sir, that code inside a try block. Next, and after that, what is that exception, sir? File not found exception. File not found exception I'm taking, sir. Okay, sir, happily, do you know, now, sir, I'm conveying. Oh, compiler, if a file not found exception is coming, wow, so this is the catch block, man. This is the way how I can handle it. Compiler never going to see within the catch block what you wrote. Compiler job is always, are you defining catch block or not? Yes, man. Now observe, happily the code is going to compile. Are you getting? So the exception which are checked by compiler, whether programmer handling or not, such type of exceptions are by default considered as checked exceptions. Have you observed what is the name? What is the name? Anyone? Can you please tell what is the name, sir? Checked exception. What is the meaning of checked? Checked by compiler. What compiler is going to check? Whether programmer handling or not. Are you getting observed that? Checked by compiler, whether programmer handling or not. Why the compiler is going to check? For smooth execution of the program, at the runtime. Even that exception is coming, sir, if he's already having catch block at runtime, the program execution will become very smooth. That's why compiler is going to check some exceptions. Those exceptions are by default considered checked exceptions, right? Everyone can able to understand? Yes. Okay, that's all, sir. This is what is the meaning of checked exceptions, right? But sometimes what will happen is, can you give an example for checked exception? Yo, respond, man. Can you please give an example for checked exception? Checked exception. Can you give an example? Hey, just now we covered, man. Why you are thinking? File not found exception. Okay, well, next time after that, sir, any other IO exceptions? Sir, very simple. Wherever you are saying throws keyword in your regular code, sir, you are saying throws keyword several times, throws exception, throws SQL exception, throws servlet exception, throws IO exception, like all wherever in general you are using throws keyword, by default it is the checked exception only. Sir, why you are using? Because of compile time error only. To convince compiler only, you use throws. That's why, sir, all those things are checked exception. Can I use the word hall ticket missing exception? Array, hall ticket missing exception. Is it checked or unchecked? Is it checked or unchecked? Checked exception only. Next and after that, pen not working exception. Don't ask in which package it's available, sir. Pen not working exception. Is it checked or not? Yes, this one itself is a checked exception only. Remember that. Sir, it's very clear for you people what is the meaning of checked, why the compiler is checking, right? Okay, well, now observe that. You are ready to start your 10th class first day exam. Mother can ask, Durga, whether you are taking all ticket or not. Yes, there is a possibility mother can ask. Second, can you please, are you taking extra pen or not? Yes, mother can ask this one also, no problem at all, because pen not working exception, all ticket missing exception, these things are very common things, man. Okay, like suppose, can you please observe, mother, if mother is asking something like that, can you please observe very carefully about this one, sir? Arey Durga, you are going for the exam. In the exam hall, while writing exam, you are just writing exam. Just beside you, there is a big bomb blast is going to be happen. Bomb blast. There is a big bomb blast is going to be happen. How you handle? If the mother can ask this one. Have you observed? If the mother can ask this one. Arey, respond, man. If the mother can ask this one. No, because if the mother is going to ask this one, arey, while writing the exam, if a bomb blast is going to come, then how you can able to handle? Mother never going to ask this question. If the mother by mistake is going to ask this question, if my mother is asked, if my mother will ask, then I never go for the exam, sir. I'm sure. Even by mistake, if I'm going for the exam also, my concentration are not on question paper. My concentration is always beside, is there any bomb or not? Are you getting right? Sir, now my question is, yes, now observe a bit very carefully, sir. Now my question is, in the exam hall, there is a possibility of bomb blast or not? There is a possibility or not? Arey, yes. Arey, bomb, how the bomb can evade, whether it is the exam hall or whether it is the masjid or whether it is the mandir, like how the bomb can evade? Wherever it is there, definitely it's going to blast. It may be exam hall also. But very fortunately, in India, up to today, in the exam hall, bomb blast was not happened. Correct, right? Bomb blast was not happened up to today, right? Okay, make sure. Sir, now, sir, there is a possibility, but how many times it is possible? Very rare. Are you getting? Very rare. If a very rare kind of things, why the mother is required to check? Sir, out of 1 crore, not 1 crore, out of 100 crores, 1 time or 2 times maybe. Why my mother has to check that? That's why some exceptions compiler never going to ask. Are getting never going to check whether the programmer handling or not. So 2 reasons. Compiler may not have that knowledge, or otherwise that exception may occur very rare. Such a type of exceptions, compiler never going to ask, sir, never going to check whether you are handling or not. Those exceptions are by default considered, yeah, unchecked exceptions. The name itself indicates, right? The name itself indicates, right? Unchecked exception. The exceptions which are unchecked by compiler. The exceptions which are unchecked, not checked by compiler, whether the programmer is handling or not. Those exceptions are by default considered unchecked exceptions, right? Everyone can able to understand? Can you please give an example for unchecked exception? Bomb blast exception. Are you getting that? Bomb blast exception is the example for unchecked exception, because mother never going to ask whether if the bomb blast is going to come, how you can handle. Are you getting that? Okay, like this is what you people should aware, sir. So in our programming, okay, related to the programming, sir. In our programming, just observe that I'm taking system.out.println 10 by 0. 10 by 0, sir. SOP, 10 by 0, 10 by 0, like this I'm taking, sir. If I can take 10 by 0, can you please observe that? Is there any compile time error? No. Even definitely arithmetic exception is going to come, man. Definitely arithmetic exception is going to come, but my compiler never going to worry about that, because arithmetic exception is not checked. Not checked. Okay, so happily the code compiles fine, but at runtime blast is going to be happen, arithmetic exception got raised. Clear for all of right? So arithmetic exception is checked by compiler or won't checked by compiler? Checked by compiler or won't checked by compiler? Never going to checked by compiler. Such a type of exceptions are by default considered yes, unchecked exceptions, right? Okay, everyone got the clarity? Yes, man. Sir, which are checked exception, which are unchecked exception? Make sure, sir. Unchecked exception, bomb blast exception, next arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, class cast exception, like sir, very easy to remember. Sir, I'm not using throws keyword for this exception. Never in my life, sir. Simple. Such type of exceptions are unchecked exceptions because you are going to use the throws keyword only for checked exceptions. So that's why. So unchecked exception only. Make sure you should aware. Clear? Are you getting basic idea? Yes. Sir, what is the biggest difference between hall ticket missing, pen not working, and then bomb blast exception? Sir, these are most commonly occurred exception. Most commonly occurred exceptions are in your life. Being a student, compulsory everyone at least once this type of problems you faced. Pen not working in the exam room, hall ticket you may miss, such type of thing. But a bomb blast exception in your lifetime, anywhere you saw? Ayo, if you saw any time, then now you are coming to this class, man. You never come, I'm sure. Yes, are you getting? So make sure. That's why this type of exception never comes in our life. Of course, not commonly occurred. That's why compiler never going to check, sir. Suppose assume that, sir, assume that, sir. My requirement is observe. Sir, I want to travel. I want to go to Tirupati. Assume that for Venkana Swami darshanam ke liye, just I want to go to the Tirupati, sir. Assume that. Then if I want to go to the Tirumala or Tirupati today night at 11:30, I have the train is there, sir. I require to go. Sir, don't feel really I won't go. Okay. Now I'm ready to start from the house. I'm ready to start from the house. Immediately my father is there, mother is there. Immediately my father is going to ask her, hey, can you please check whether you took the ticket or not? Are you getting? Can you please check whether you took the ticket or not? Sometimes, you know, all the members are in railway station, but ticket is in the house. Maybe such type of possibility was there in the olden days, but luckily these days online is there. Anywhere you can take the printer. Otherwise, at least that person may convince with mobile information, something like. Are you getting? But sir, tickets are there in the house, but we are there in the railway station. Okay, maybe a chance. That's why have you took ticket or not? Like my father is going to ask. Correct, right? Sir, next array, have you took sir, I mean remaining things like sir, to stay 2 days or 3 days, money, everything is available properly or not? These kind of things my father is going to check. My father is going to ask, because the reason is we are missing these kind of things several times, frequently occurred exceptions, right? But my father can ask, Arey Durga, while traveling in the train, so there is some accident happened, then automatically you may gone. How you can able to handle the situation? How you can able to handle the situation? If the father can ask this question, never. Are you getting? But there is a possibility. But how many times it is going to be possible? Very rare. Such a type of rarely occurred exceptions, my father never going to ask. My compiler never going to check. Those exceptions are by default considered as unchecked exceptions. Clear? Yes. Sir, not required to keep much explanation about this terminology, right? Okay. Sir, that's all. This is what is the checked and what is unchecked, right? Sir, now I have one small doubt. Sir, I covered these many things among all which are checked and which are unchecked. Which are checked exceptions and which are unchecked exception. There is one small rule is there, sir. If you evade that rule, then automatically, sir, which are checked, which are unchecked, you can able to remember very easily, right? Sir, errors are there. Error means recoverable or non-recoverable. Error, recoverable or non-recoverable? Non-recoverable. Because it is not programmer mistake. Because it is the lack of system resources. If the memory is not there, what I can do being a programmer? If JVM got crashed, being a programmer, what I can do? It is not my mistake. It is not programmer mistake. That's why compiler never going to ask, hey programmer, if out of memory error is coming, how you can handle? Hey programmer, if Stack Overflow error is coming, how you can handle? Compiler never going to ask the programmer. If by mistake compiler is asking the programmer how you can handle, I will give left and right to the compiler. Is it my job? No, it's not my job. How the compiler is going to ask? That's why, sir, all errors we are not required to handle. Compiler never going to object. That's why these are checked or unchecked. You respond, man. These are checked or unchecked. All errors checked or unchecked? Unchecked. Compiler never going to worry about, sir, errors, because programmer is not responsible to handle. Remember, error and its child classes are unchecked. Similarly, runtime exception and its child classes are unchecked. Remember, rule is the very clear, straightforward. Okay, either runtime exception or its child classes, error and its child classes are unchecked. Are you getting right? Let me repeat once again. Runtime exception and its child classes. Okay, and its child classes. Next, error and its child classes and its child classes. Like runtime exception and its child classes, error and its child classes are unchecked. Remember, sir, except these, all the remaining things, right? Except this, all the remaining things by default considered as checked only. Observe that. Except this part, all the remaining are checked. Throwable, checked exception. Exception, checked. IO exception, checked. Interrupted exception, checked. Servlet exception, checked. Sir, like, make sure. It's very easy to remember, sir. Runtime exception and its child classes, error and its child classes are unchecked. Except that, all the remaining by default considered as checked exceptions only. Clear? Are you able to understand? Okay, you can easily remember this one. Okay, now next the important point. Okay, make sure, sir. Sir, up to this is very clear. Can you please tell file not found exception? File not found exception, checked or unchecked? Okay, respond, man. Immediately you have to tell checked or unchecked. Sir, checked exception. IO exception, checked or unchecked? IO exception, checked exception. Good. Sir, exception. Exception, checked or unchecked? Checked or unchecked? Exception, checked according to our diagram. Sir, arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception, unchecked. Okay. Runtime exception, unchecked. Runtime exception, unchecked. Remember this one. Runtime exception, unchecked. Null pointer exception, unchecked. Like, sir, error, out of memory error, unchecked. Stack overflow error, unchecked. Like that, right? Clear? Throwable, checked. Throwable, checked. Observe that. Is it in the blue or is it in the red? Blue area. All the blue area is nothing but what? Checked. Remember, runtime exception and its child classes, error and its child classes are unchecked, except that remaining are checked. Sir, next one, sir. Observe carefully. Object, checked or unchecked? Immediately respond, man. Already diagram is there in front of you. Object, is it checked or unchecked? Good. Is it checked or unchecked? Array, object where it is there? Just for this parent is the object. Checked or unchecked? Checked or unchecked? Respond, everyone. Maker waiting for your response. Checked or unchecked? Yes. Good. Excellent. Make sure, sir. Make sure, sir. Checked, unchecked. Such type of terminology applicable only for exceptions and errors, but not for normal classes. Okay, string, object, string buffer, these are not exceptions. That's why such type of terminology not applicable for objects. Okay, not applicable. Remember that. Okay, so just that's all. So this is about checked and unchecked. The most valuable question for the interview rooms are, what is the difference between checked exception and unchecked exception? Minimum 2 crore times asked question in the interview room. Sir, in Java, total 5 or 6 important interview questions are there, sir. If you go to 100 interviews, same questions only repeatedly they are going to ask. Sir, what is the difference between interface and abstract class? What is the difference between string and string buffer? What is the difference between checked exception and unchecked exception? Difference between final, finally, finalize. Are you getting? Anywhere you can go, the same questions only in the interview room. So, okay, remember, it's a very, very important question for the interview room. Next, if you feel comfortable, then I will go for a small chota word, because some people are using this word. That's why partially checked and fully checked. Are you getting? Partially checked and fully checked. Are you getting? But anyway, for exam's sake, this much level is not required. But if you want to aware compulsory somewhere in the exception handling concept, we are going to discuss. But exam's sake, anyway, this knowledge is not required. But just aware, sir. Aware that. Sir, partially checked versus fully checked. What it means? What it means, right? Sir, anyway, whether it is the partially checked or whether it is the fully checked, first it is the checked only. Are you getting? First this one is the checked only. What is the meaning of, sir, partially or fully checked? Very simple, sir. Observe that. Suppose, assume you are going to the shopping mall. Shopping mall. This is Sunday. Assume that, sir, you are going to the shopping mall this Sunday with your kids, sir. Do you have the kids? Wait, response, man. Do you have the kids? Yes, do you have the kids? Yes, good. Yeah, don't tell no. The people who are not having, don't tell no. Better to use the word soon. You will get, I'm sure. Okay. Yes. Assume that you are going to the shopping mall, kid with your kid. Then in the shopping malls, these days, security checking is very common. Correct, right? Security checking is very common, sir. What they are going to do? They will check. There is some metal detectors are there. Scanners are available. They are going to check us. Okay. So they are checking me. But my small chota kid is there. The kid age is almost 11 months or 1 year only. Can you please tell? Is that 1 year kid also they are going to check in the shopping mall? Respond, man. Either 1 year kid, just 11 months kid. Even he may not walk also. Either is the shopping mall people are going to check that kid? No. Are you getting that? No. Sir, this type of checking is called partial checking. Are you getting? This type of checking is nothing but one partial checking. Only parents should be checked. But the child need not be checked. Only parents should be checked, but the kid need not be checked. Such type of checking is by default considered one partial checking. Remember that, sir. Okay, partial checking. Now my next question. Observe that, sir. Suppose you went to airport, sir. Are getting? You went to airport, sir. You require to travel to the US with your kid. Assume that, sir. In the airport, compulsory the parent should be checked and the kid also should be checked or not? Yes, man. In the airport, the kid should be checked or not? Yes. Yes. Compulsory, sir. Compulsory, they should check whether kid or parent. No difference at all. Everything they are going to check, man, including your luggage also. They are going to check each and everything. Compulsory, they require to check. So here both the parents and the kids both should be checked. Both the parents and kids both should be checked. Should be checked. Such type of thing is nothing but full checking. Are you getting that? Such type of checking is nothing but what? Full checking. Full checking, right? So the important conclusion, what you people should aware, sir. Okay, important conclusion, what you people should aware. So if the parent is checked and the child is also checked, have you observed? Parent is checked and the child is also checked. Such type of checking is by default considered as full checked. Such type of exception is said to be fully checked exception. Okay, sir, only parent should be checked. Child not required to check. Such type of checking is by default considered a partial checking. Best example, sir. Come to this cinema. Now observe. IO exception. Sir, listen carefully. Very important. IO exception. Is it checked or unchecked? Please respond. Is it checked or unchecked? IO exception. Checked or unchecked? Checked. Sir, all it's a child classes. File not found exception. EOF exception. I interrupted IO exception. All these things are checked or not checked. So parent is checked and all its child also checked. That's why IO exception is sir fully checked exception. Sir, remember, a checked exception is said to be fully checked exception if and only all its child classes also checked. All its child classes also checked, sir. Parent already checked, kids also checked. Such a type of checked exception is said to be fully checked exception. So for fully checked exception, what is the example? Fully checked exception, IO exception. Correct or not? IO, respond. Correct, right? Sir, fully checked exception or not IO exception? It is a checked only, but extra fully checked exception, right? Okay, like sir, interrupted exception, fully checked only. Suppose you are going alone without your kids to the airport. It is considered by default considered full checked only. If the kids are not there, still it is considered the full checking only because parent already checked. That's why interrupted exception is also full checked exception only. Remember that. Next, can you please tell exception is the fully checked or partially checked? Exception anyway checked only. It is already checked because it is in the blue color. Is it fully checked or partially checked? Please respond each and every person. Is it fully checked or partially checked? Yes, this one is partially checked. Dipankaj, it is the partially checked because the reason is for the exception, some child classes are unchecked. Are you getting? Some child classes are unchecked. Some child classes are unchecked. Oh, for this, under this exception, there are some kids are not checked. That's why this exception is by default considered partially checked. Clear? Are you able to understand? So parent should be checked, but child need not be checked. Child is not required to check. May check or may not check, no problem at all. Such type of thing is called partial checking. Sir, child also should be checked only. Such type of check is called fully checked, right? Okay, well. Sir, can you please tell throwable? Is it fully checked or partially checked? Throwable, it is a checked only. Checked. Throwable is a checked because it is the blue color. Is it fully checked or partially checked? Fully checked or partially checked? Sir, compulsory it is the partially checked only because for this throwable, errors or childs are there which are unchecked. Runtime exception is the unchecked. That's why because of these two things, throwable is also unchecked. Can you please tell? Throwable is also partially checked. Can you please tell any other partially checked exception? Remember, any other partially checked exception other than exception and the throwable? Hey, there is one exception is there already there on the screen. Please respond. Any other partially checked exception? Observe carefully, man, and then tell the answer. Why you are directly telling no? Throwable is partially checked exception. Exception is the partially checked. Not only these two things, right? Sir, there is one more is the partially checked. One is this one. Second one is this. Any other? Please respond. Okay. Servlet exception is the remaining. Boss, servlet exception is in blue color. It is already checked. No child. That's why it is the fully checked only. Remember that. Okay. Don't break your head. Sir, only possible partially checked exceptions in Java are only two things. One is throwable. Second one is exception. There is no other partially checked exceptions. Okay. Remember, it's a very important terminology, right? Sir, that's all. Now, I hope you are in a position to understand what is checked, what is unchecked, what is partially checked, and what is fully checked exceptions, right? Clear? Are you able to understand? Okay? That's all, sir. Next, take a bit very special case, sir. Customized exception handling by using try catch. That's all. Up to this, whatever I covered, this part is nothing but what? Exception hierarchy. Next, customized exception handling by using try catch. Are you getting? I want to handle exceptions, right? Sir, very, very simple. Now, have a look once, sir. I'm taking SOP of here. Just observe that I'm taking SOP of statement 1. Okay, statement 1 I'm taking, sir. Sir, next I'm taking, sir, 10 by 0, and after that statement 2, statement 2, sir, or statement 3 I'm taking like this. Sir, observe this code. If I run this one, what is the output by default we are going to get? Ayo, simple code. If I run this code, what is the output I will get? Statement 1 will be printed normally, and then immediately arithmetic exception is going to come. Correct or not? Okay. Sir, now can you please have a look once? Happily the code is going to compile. Statement 1 followed by arithmetic exception. Statement 1 followed by arithmetic exception. Now my question is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Normal or abnormal? Abnormal, because of some exception it is going to be terminated. This is nothing but one abnormal termination. Sir, is it normal or abnormal? Abnormal. Is it graceful termination or non-graceful termination? This one is not a graceful termination. Non-graceful termination, sir. What the reason is? Assume that, sir, this one is open database connection. Assume, sir, open database connection is my first statement. Now second statement, reading the data. Third statement, closing the database connection. Assume, sir. Sir, open DB connection. Next and after that, read the data and then close the DB connection. Assume that. Sir, open DB connection successful. But while reading the data, I'm facing some problem. Immediately, the program will be stopped by raising that exception. If the program is stopped by raising that exception, then who is going to close the database connection? No one is going to close. You are missing something. That's why it is not a graceful termination. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, is it a graceful or not graceful? Not graceful termination. You are going to miss something. You may lose something because of this approach, right? That's why highly recommended to handle exceptions. Correct or not? Okay, highly recommended to handle exceptions. Okay, sir, what is the main objective of exception? The main objective of exception is graceful termination of the program. We should not miss anything, sir. We should not lose anything. That is our main objective. Graceful termination. Normal termination I want. That's why highly recommended to handle exceptions. Okay, well, now my question is how to handle the exception. Okay, we require to handle the exception well, but how to handle that exception? Very simple, son. Very simple. Observe that. Very simple. Sir, now in this code, which code, sir, there is some code which may raise an exception. Remember that. There is some code which may raise an exception. Which code may raise an exception? Line number this. Correct or not? Line number 2 itself is nothing but this code may raise an exception. So the code which may raise an exception, is called risky code. Remember this one, sir. What is this code? Is called the code which may raise an exception is called risky code, but not whiskey, sir. Don't tell whiskey code. Whiskey is also risky, I know. Sir, this code is called risky code. Okay, that risky code we have to take inside the try block. Are you able to understand, right? Sir, the risky code we have to take inside the try block. Okay, risky code. Next, in this risky code, if any exception got raised, immediately in the corresponding catch block, we have to write handling code. Are you getting? In the corresponding catch block, we have to write the handling code. Everyone can able to understand, right? So in the try block, we have to write risky code. The corresponding handling code we require to write where? Inside a catch block. If an exception got raised, the program is not going to terminate abnormally. Immediately the control is coming to catch block and execute this alternative code and continue remaining thing properly. So remember, most of the people are getting the bigger doubts, sir. Sir, within the try block, if an exception got raised, legend, if an exception got raised, immediately the control is coming to catch block. After completing the catch block, sir, alternative code already executed. Now immediately after catch block, what is the remaining code? That remaining code will be continued normally. So don't feel exception handling, immediately the program will be stopped. No, no, no. Sir, if it is handled, now happily you can continue. No problem at all. Sir, best example, I'm communicating with Oracle database. Sir, Oracle database may not respond. If Oracle database is not going to respond, then happily you can communicate with the MySQL database. Communicate with MySQL database, get the data inside catch block. Sir, anyway, you got some data. It may be from Oracle, it may be from MySQL, and then happily you can continue the rest of the program. Sir, read the data from the London file. Read data from the London file. Sir, at runtime, if London file is not available, use local file and continue rest of the program normally. Have you observed, right? So, in the try block, main code we have to take. Sir, in the handling code, in the catch block, we require to take handling code. Handling code is nothing but what? Alternative code we require to take. Clear for all of it? So, how you can handle exception? By using, how you can handle exceptions, right? By using try catch. Inside try block, which code I have to take? Respond, man. Inside try block, which code we have to take? Risky code. Don't tell risky code. Within the catch block, which code we have to take? Within the catch block, which code we have to take? Handling code we have to take, man. So alternative code we have to take. Sir, very simple. This clarity must be required, sir. This clarity must be required. Assume that try for bus ticket. Try for bus ticket. If the bus ticket is not available, try for train ticket. Are you getting it? Try for train ticket. But don't stop your journey. Okay? Something like read the data from London file. Okay, London file. At runtime, if London file is not available, use a local file. Are you getting alternative code where we are taking inside catch block? Next and after that, okay? Sir, here see, learn. Next, sir, use Oracle database. At runtime, if Oracle database is not available, then no problem at all. Use MySQL DB. Are you getting why I'm telling these many examples? Most of the people are going to feel after handling exception, the control is going back, sir, to execute remaining statements in the try block. No, sir. If the bus ticket is not available, you arrange a train ticket. You got train ticket. After getting train ticket, no one is going for bus ticket. Remember that, sir. That's why. So once you are coming out of the try block because of some exception, that's all. You never go back once again to the try block, because that flow you people should aware clearly. Are you able to understand? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So inside the try block, which code we have to take? Inside try block, which code we have to take? Try. Risky code. Inside catch block, handling code. Okay. Now observe a bit carefully, sir. So try risky code is here. So that's why only risky code we have to take inside a try block. Okay, well, sir, while executing this line, if you are facing any problem, then execute this alternative code. Are you getting? Execute this alternative code. Sir, now can you please tell what is the answer by default you are going to get? Yes, ma'am. What is the answer by default you are going to get? Statement 1, and then statement 1, and then statement 5, and then 5, and then statement 3. Correct or not? Statement 3 will execute or not? Statement 3 will execute or not? Yes, because the reason is, sir, the exception came. You handle that exception. Are you getting? You handle that exception, sir. So here exception raised, you handle that exception. After handling that exception, happily remaining code will be continued. So that's why statement 1 here exception. That's why this one, because of this 5 is going to get, and then statement 3 is going to be printed. So observe a bit carefully. Yes, what the answer? Statement 1, 5, statement 3 by default we are going to get. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, can you please tell, is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Normal termination or abnormal termination? This one is nothing but what? Normal termination. Okay, that's all. This is, you should aware. So, but anyway, for the interview room sake, very important, sir. Very important concept for the entire room. What is the checked and unchecked exception? But compulsory you people should aware. Next, and after that, it is never recommended to take total code inside a try block. Are you getting? What is the problem is? What is the problem? Yes, Shubham Gupta, is your doubt right? Sir, writing whole code of our method. Yes, never recommended to write a total code inside a try block. What is the reason? Is it is suppose here statement 1 you are writing, statement 2, statement 3, statement 100. Sir, you wrote all the statements inside try block. All the statements inside try block. Never recommended. What is the reason? Is assume that yet the statement 1 only the problem is coming. Immediately the control will come to catch block. If the control is coming to catch block, then it never go back again. Then the remaining 99 statements are not going to execute. Without executing 99 statements, what is the need of handling that exception? Are you getting? That's fine. So within the try block, only we have to take a risky code, but not normal code. Remember, because sir, if an exception got raised, immediately the control is coming to catch block. You never go back. Then the remaining statements never going to get in the chance. Then without executing 99 statements, how you can expect the proper behavior? Clear? That's why this is anyway in the next session somewhere this point is going to come, but not recommended to write normal code inside try block. Within the try block, we have to take only risky code. Okay, that's all, sir. This is what you people should aware. Anyway, tomorrow we will continue for the remaining parts, sir. Okay, please make sure another 3 or 4 days I will spend. About this these exception handling, so that you will get much clarity, sir. Okay, right. Thank you.